why is Ryan Christie leaving Celtic to go to a club like Bournemouth? I mean, it's village green stuff down there. I don't care how much money he's on. 11,500 when the ground's full. They get applauded off the pitch. They could lose 2 or 3-0. They get applauded off the pitch. It's Camberwick Green compared to Glasgow Green. You know that? Yeah. It's unbelievable.
60,000 to 11,500.
I just don't get it. Yeah. And I know it's clearly it's all about money. But to leave Celtic to go to Bournemouth is staggering.
Barry, it tells you everything now, doesn't it?
I've played there. I'm sure Davie's commentated there a number of times, and I was surprised how small the stadium was when I played there.
What ground did it remind you of?
Livingston.
Livingston,
obviously. Livingston with red seats because Bournemouth obviously playing red, but it's very similar to Livingston Stadium. As I said, it was like a kind of festival atmosphere when you played there. It wasn't intimidating or whatever. So I'm with Davie. I'm surprised that Ryan Christie's chosen to go there. At Celtic, you're under all sorts of pressures, but listen, the big thing is you've got a real chance of winning trophies. I'm not saying Bournemouth ain't going to challenge for the Championship down in England, but you want to, as a footballer, you want to play in front of the big stadiums and big crowds and be under pressure. But Ryan Christie's chosen, and as what Davie says, as financially he's going to get a good deal down there. But I would have said that Celtic would have offered him a good deal as well.
You got to question his ambition. And he will be getting a right good sweetener.
Would he double his money roughly?
He probably will, which reflects very poorly in our game up here that we can't match that kind of money anymore. But for Ryan Christie to go to the second tier of English football, I would understand if it had been Southampton or an Aston Villa or an Everton, and I think he's good enough to play for any of the three I've just named. But Bournemouth, I mean, I don't get it at all.
Yeah, but he's good enough to play in the English Premier League. There's no doubt about it.
But where's the ambition? As you say, his ambition will be to win the Championship and to come up into the Premier League.
Well, that's maybe a route he sees. But look, I know there was interest for a number of clubs. David just mentioned Southampton. Burnley were keen on trying to get a deal done yesterday. And I think he's a good enough player to certainly play in the Premier League down in England.
For Édouard, top scorer again last season. I saw his affectionate note to the Celtic fans. So much happens on social media. He gave them some great days though, but it was time to go.
I mean, time to go I think was last season. And obviously because the 10 was on the line, Celtic were desperate to keep him. The player has not been happy, wanted a significant wage rise, didn't get it. And again we're back to 10 in a row. For me, Celtic should be measuring themselves in Europe, and they've taken a big financial hit on a player. I think at one time they could have got between 20 and 25 million. If Celtic could get 25 million for Kieran Tierney, they could have got that for Édouard when he was at his best.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.